Definitely, our supporting team have always been there through every step of the journey. Speaking about our planning and implementation, we had planned every step keeping the general public and the service providers' needs and concerns in mind. So, when you look at our app, you would notice that every question you have had while booking an ambulance is being answered and made easy access for both the general public and the the drivers. Our development team has also made a detailed training video for both the end users and the drivers, which will be available on our website www.ambipalm.com at all time. So, to summarize, as you can see, our planning and our hard work resulted in creation of the world-class app called AMBIPALM. The app would be available to be downloaded from today on Google Play Store and App Store. Thank you everyone for being with us and being a part of our successful journey. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Pallavi, for taking us through the inspiring journey. It does show that you were in the midst of everything. Now, let's move to the business development and marketing team. Let's have our head of BD and marketing, Mrs. Daraksha Khan, come and share her thoughts.
Thank you, Brittany. Good evening, everyone. In our country, where there is dearth of resources, our app AMBIPALM endeavors to optimize what is already available with us. By utilizing the world-class algorithm of the app, the BD team will form the human interface to reach out to all the service providers and the people in need. Here, in the BD team, we have adopted a two-pronged strategy. The first one is service provider-centric, the ambulance owners who form the backbone of the entire network. The second strategy encompasses the requirements and needs of the people who are looking for our services. While we reach out to both these communities separately to create trust and value, the BD team would connect through them the app to create an ecosystem which delivers for all concerned. For the first strategy, the BD team will continue to, as it has in the last few months, reach out to the maximum number of service providers to optimize the usage of their ambulances. We understand that an unused ambulance is not adding any value to the service provider, and hence we would strive to connect them to their customers. Before I move on, I would take this opportunity to thank every service provider and drivers who have connected with us over the last few months and would like to assure them that they are in this journey together and we would grow in tandem. Thank you for showing faith in us and welcome to the AMBIPALM family. Second strategy are the people in need. We understand the criticality of the situation when somebody requires an ambulance. We would like to reach out to the maximum number of people so that we can ensure to build trust and accountability that such a situation demands. Let us assure you that AMBIPALM is there every time, anywhere you need help. Once we are able to build trust and connect these two communities through our app, we would be creating a business model with far-reaching social implication, the benefit of which would be much bigger than just the valuation of the company. And like we say, AMBIPALM would continue to race to save lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Daraksha, for giving us a detailed view of the daunting task, and by the looks of it, we have come a long way. Must mention, without the support of our service providers, that is our ambulance owners, we wouldn't have got to where we are today. Our drivers are the superheroes who would help us in fulfilling our rides successfully as they tackle crisis situations filled with hope. We have developed an amazing training video for our drivers. So, requesting all driver partners to visit www.ambipalm.com to have a look at it. We are always here to hear you as our 24/7 support team, instilled with the belief that we are there whenever you need us the most. Let's hear a few words from our AVP Operations, Mr. Abhijit Shane Paul.
Thank you, Brittany. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Abhijit Shane Paul. I'm better known as Shane, easy to connect with. However, it's a beautiful evening today, having all you wonderful people gathered here to this auspicious occasion of the launch of AMBIPALM Health Private Limited. The concept and the dream of my directors, Mr. Leonard Jackson, Mrs. Doris Pradhan, and Mr. Cameron Abraham, who isn't here though with us today due to the world epidemic and pandemic situation that is at hand. And he is based in the United States of America. However, bringing forth the play into action and executing it beautifully with the team across, I thank them for giving me this opportunity, and I feel privileged to be a part of the AMBIPALM family. Yes, I am heading the BPO operations as AVP. My expertise for more than 20 plus years that I bring to the table is completely into customer sales, support, and services. AMBIPALM Racing to Save Lives would add more value and bring a new meaning to ambulance services across the nation in time to come. To the way we see customer support differently and stand out from the rest, we can and we will go an extra mile to ensure our customers are first in terms of catering to their needs and requirements, having 24/7 customer support, professionals at the beck and call, 365 calendar years, 3 cities, and still counting. Our customer support professionals are trained to handle complex situations at any given time and to give you an instant solution, prioritizing every customer that is connected or waiting to get connected to our team of professionals that is ready to assist them further. Our BPO management team adds more value in a specific field of expertise. Our support team, managing across all verticals, following a standard operating procedure, which is not an easy task. Again, it wouldn't have been possible without my team of operations and the support functions of human resources. The training and development team, our operations team, and our quality that focuses on reducing defects and increasing performance every minute of the day. We definitely add more value to the core business operations and continuously working with our valuable consumers or customers, as you may call it. I thank everyone for being here today, and I especially thank Mr. Leonard Jackson, Mrs. Doris Pradhan, and Mr. Cameron Abraham as well. Thank you very much, everyone. And I also take the time to thank all the people that have come from so far. Time to thank all our various departmental heads for getting together as a team, making this launch possible. I thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for the media being here. And I feel we connected amazing well this evening. We do look forward for your continuous support in the near future. Thank you very much.
Help 24/7. That's relieving to know that we will always have someone to assist us. Thank you, Shane. The most awaited moment. I would now like our director, Mr. Leonard Jackson, to say a few words and inaugurate our launch video.
Well, a very good evening to all of you, and thank you so much for being a part of this wonderful occasion. It wouldn't have been possible without the support of everybody here, including our other teams, people who are working with us tirelessly. So we thank you. So without further ado, let me just share a few thoughts from my end, right, to let you know the mindset that we as an organization and we as directors have for us, our company. Making a difference differently is something that holds very, very dear to our hearts. And I can assure you, this statement is something you will regularly hear from us. The reason for that is being Cameron, Doris, myself, even though we are separate human beings, we all have one thought in common, and that is to create an impact in our society and just do our bit to help humanity. Now this entire journey started with Doris and me one day on our way to office. We were discussing about how we can play a role in society and help our fellow human beings in our whatever smallest contributions that we can. Now during our discussion, I told Doris, based on our past experiences and from what we've seen and heard in India, we've seen that a lot of times getting an ambulance always is a challenge, and we can never get it on time. Failure to get one on time, a lot of times, is actually fatal. This is when a thought struck our heads that why can't we create an app where we can have patients find ambulances with a click of a button? I literally mean that. This would remove unwanted time taken and, more importantly, release stress during those times. Along with the ambulance feature, we've also added a blood donation feature as well, which is actually free of cost. It is a service that would be available to all AMBIPALM users, whether you need blood in time of need or you want to be a donor, somebody who wants to donate blood. Now, since we always wanted to create an impact in society, what better way to do that than actually during the times of medical emergencies, when there are life-threatening situations or even non-critical situations. Now this got us thinking, planning, and thereafter execution of this idea. We chose the name AMBIPALM because we want to set a belief that an ambulance will always be available in your palm when you need one. We got together an exceptional development team who worked tirelessly to prepare this world-class app. Few months into development, we needed a robust marketing strategy that would set out to build a launching pad that will penetrate into the hearts and minds of our society. We developed a business model that would fund itself in the months to come, but more importantly, bring forth the intent that we want to help people. Our main focus area during development or even now during execution will always be customers first. This includes our internal customers, which comprises of our employees and our ambulance partners, and also our external customers, which will be our society during medical needs. AMBIPALM goes live today in Hyderabad and Bangalore, and in a month later in Kolkata. We aim to reach every part of our great country in the days to come, and obviously our neighboring countries as well in the future. Now, whether it be Tier 2, Tier 1, Tier 3, suburbs, villages, wherever, we want every person during a medical emergency have easy access to an ambulance with a click of a button in a span of between 15 to 20 minutes. Now, our app has been designed to cater to anyone from any age group, above the age of 16. However, to have your own account, you do need to be in the legal age as per the law. We have to go by the law of the land. Our app is user-friendly and in the simplest of form. I say it again, in the simplest of form. However, if you do ever face any issue, our 24/7 customer support team is just a phone call away to answer all your queries. I would like to take this time to thank my two partners, Cameron and Doris, our excellent development team headed by Karthik and Rakesh, our human resource team headed by Pallavi, Farooq, who's the head of finance and admin, and his team, our customer support team headed by Shane and Rosetta, and of course, our business partners who are our ambulance providers in all cities, and the best of all, our AMBIPALM users. We encourage you to download our app and use our services so that we are given an opportunity to live up to our promise that we make today. Remember, AMBIPALM is here to stay, and like I always say, we will always be racing to save lives. I would like you all to shift your eyes on a screen as we are about to show our launch video, and I'm sure you will like it. Thank you.
Please stay on the line for assistance. Check the number you have dialed.
Help! What happened? I just fell.
Call someone.
He just fell.
Hello.
Hello, City Blood Bank. How can I help?
Yeah, I'm looking for AB Plus donor. Do you have anybody who can? Yeah, I understand. But can you help me? Thank you.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hi.
Is everything okay?
No, man. My father diagnosed with COVID, and I needed plasma by the end of the day. I'm unable to find AB positive.
Yeah, I'm aware of it.
No. Please take care of your mom, okay? Bye.
Hello, Dad.
What happened? What?
When seconds count, don't panic. Getting an ambulance for your loved ones or someone who is in need is just a tap away. AMBIPALM's advanced ride schedule algorithm ensures you get the ambulance in the quickest possible time. You can even schedule an ambulance for your planned visits. Our ambulances are equipped with state-of-the-art necessary amenities to ensure high-quality care at all times. With hundreds of ambulances in its fleet, AMBIPALM acts as an aggregator for ambulance services. We provide advanced life support, basic life support, and hearse services. Our light tracking mechanism enables you and your loved ones to track the current position of the ambulance, giving you the right information every time. Our well-trained staff is always ready to assist you in the best possible way.
Hey, did you check AMBIPALM?
AMBIPALM?
Yeah. Let me help you.
AMBIPALM's blood feature helps you get blood, plasma, platelets when you need it the most. Making a difference differently has always been in our hearts. Building employment, creating opportunities, saving lives, and being on time are some of the core values that has made AMBIPALM's foundation really strong. This is why AMBIPALM came into existence, as we want to play a vital part in society through a successful business model that not only does best what it's supposed to do accurately and consistently, but more importantly, creates a trend for others to follow. AMBIPALM is here to stay, and we will always be racing to save lives. AMBIPALM is now available in Hyderabad, Bangalore, and Kolkata. AMBIPALM, with you when you need the most. To book an ambulance or donate blood, download AMBIPALM from App Store, Play Store, or visit www.ambipalm.com.
Thank you, Leonard. It was really inspiring. AMBIPALM making a difference differently. Oh wow, that was brilliant. We at AMBIPALM promise to deliver all that you have seen and much more in time of your medical emergencies. Now, especially for our Telugu audience, we would like Mr. Sai Kumar to address them in their regional language.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. AMBIPALM ప్రారంభోత్సవానికి విచ్చేసిన పెద్దలకు, పాత్రికేయ సహోదరులకు, SDL మరియు AMBIPALM కుటుంబ సభ్యులకు స్వాగతం, సుస్వాగతం. ఇది ఒక మహా పర్వదినం. ఈ యొక్క ఆధునిక యాంత్రిక ప్రపంచంలో విభిన్నమైన వ్యత్యాసాన్ని కలుగు చేయటం మాకు ఎంతో ప్రియమైనది. ఈ మాటను మా నుండి తరచూ వింటారు. లెనార్డ్ జాక్సన్ అనే నేను, డోరిస్ మరియు నా ప్రియమిత్రుడైన క్యామరాన్ వేరువేరు వ్యక్తిత్వాలు కలిగినప్పటికీ సమాజాన్ని ప్రభావితం చేసి మా వంతుగా మానవ జాతికి పురోగతికి తోడ్పడాలని మా యొక్క ఆలోచనయే ఈ దిన కార్యక్రమానికి నాంది పలికింది. ఒకనాడు ఆఫీస్కి వెళ్తుండగా మార్గ మధ్యలో మాకున్న కొద్దిపాటి వనరులతో మా యొక్క తోటి సహోదరులకు ఏ విధంగా సహాయం చేయగలం? డోరిస్తో జరిగిన సంభాషణలో ఈ ఆలోచన ప్రారంభమైనది. ఈ యొక్క సంభాషణలో మాకున్న గతకాలపు అనుభవాలను బట్టి మరియు భారతదేశంలో అంబులెన్స్ సమయానికి వచ్చుటకు ఎంతో కష్టము. ఇలాంటి కొన్ని సందర్భాలలో కొంత సమయం ఆలస్యానికి ఒక ప్రాణం వెలగా చెల్లించబడుతుంది. ఈ యొక్క సందర్భంలో ఆపదలో ఉన్న మనిషికి ఒక ఫోన్ క్లిక్ ద్వారా అంబులెన్స్ అందుబాటులోనికి వచ్చే యాప్ని తయారు చేయలేమా అనే ఒక ఆలోచనతో AMBIPALM మొదలైంది. ఈ యాప్ క్లిష్ట పరిస్థితిలో ఇది కాల అన్యూన్యతమైన అరికట్టి ఆ సమయంలో కలిగే ఒత్తిడిని దూరం చేస్తుంది. మా యొక్క వినియోగదారులకు అంబులెన్స్ని అందచేయడంతో పాటు రక్తమును కూడా అందుబాటులో ఉంచుతున్నాము. మా యొక్క వినియోగదారులకు అవసరమైన రక్తాన్ని అందచేయటానికి AMBIPALM ఎలాంటి క్రయ విక్రయ ధనాన్ని తీసుకోవడం లేదు. మీరు రక్తదాతలైనా లేదా రక్తము కావాల్సి వచ్చినా AMBIPALM వినియోగదారులై మీకు మా ఈ సేవలు అందుబాటులో ఉంటున్నాయి. సమాజాన్ని ప్రభావితం చేయాలనుకున్న మేము క్లిష్టతరమైన ప్రాణ అపాయ పరిస్థితిలో మిగిలిన సందర్భాల్లో చేసే సేవ కన్నా మించి ముందుంటాము. ఇది మమ్ములను ఆలోచించడానికి AMBIPALM ప్రణాళిక రూపొందించడానికి కార్యరూపం దాల్చినది. అంబులెన్స్ అవసరమైనప్పుడు అది వారి యొక్క అరచేతిలో ఉంది అన్న నమ్మకాన్ని కలగజేసే విధంగా AMBIPALM అనే పేరును ఎంచుకున్నాం. ఈ యొక్క ప్రపంచ స్థాయి యాప్ సిద్ధపరచడానికి విశ్రాంతి లేకుండా శ్రమించిన ఈ కొన్ని నెలలలో ఈ యాప్ను రూపొందించిన సాంకేతిక బృందం మాతో పనిచేసి ఉన్నది. ప్రజల యొక్క ఆలోచనలకి మరియు హృదయానికి ఈ యొక్క యాప్ని పరిచయం చేసిన వెన్నుచూపని మార్కెటింగ్ బృందం మాకు ఎంతగానో తోడ్పడింది. రాబోయే రోజులలో ప్రజలకు సహాయపడాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో ఈ యాప్ను రూపొందించాం. ఈ యాప్ రూపకల్పనలో మరియు పనిచేయ విధానంలో కూడా వినియోగదారుని ప్రాధాన్యతే మా యొక్క లక్ష్యంగా ఉండబోతుంది. నేటి నుంచి AMBIPALM యొక్క సేవలు హైదరాబాద్ మరియు బెంగళూరు మహాపట్టణాలలో అందుబాటులోనికి వస్తున్నాయి. ఒక నెలలోపు మా యొక్క సేవలను కోల్కతాలో కూడా ప్రారంభించబోతున్నాం. రాబోయే దినాలలో మన దేశంలో ఉన్న ప్రతి పల్లె మరియు పట్టణంలో ఈ యొక్క సేవలను అందించబోతున్నాం. వైద్యం అత్యవసరమైన వ్యక్తికి ఒక ఫోన్ క్లిక్ ద్వారా 15 నుంచి 20 నిమిషాల లోపు అంబులెన్స్ అందించడమే మా యొక్క లక్ష్యం. 16 సంవత్సరాలు దాటిన ప్రతి వ్యక్తి మా యొక్క యాప్ ఉపయోగించే విధంగా రూపొందించబడినది. ఈ యొక్క యాప్ సులువుగా అర్థం అయ్యే రీతిలో మరియు వినియోగదారునికి స్నేహపూర్వకంగా ఉండే రీతిలో రూపొందించడం అయినది. ఈ యొక్క సమయంలో లెనార్డ్ జాక్సన్ అను నేను కామరాన్ గారికి మరియు డోరిస్ గారికి నా కృతజ్ఞతలు తెలుపుతున్నాను. డెవలప్మెంట్ టీంకు నేతృత్వం వహించిన కార్తిక్ గారికి, రాకేష్ గారికి మరియు వారి టీం మెంబర్స్కు, మార్కెటింగ్ టీంకు నేతృత్వం వహించిన దరక్ష గారికి మరియు వారి టీం మెంబర్స్కు, హ్యూమన్ రిసోర్స్ టీంకు నేతృత్వం వహించిన పల్లవి గారికి వారి యొక్క టీం సభ్యులకు, ఫైనాన్స్ అండ్ అడ్మిన్ టీంకు నేతృత్వం వహించిన ఫారూక్ గారికి వారి యొక్క టీం సభ్యులకు, కస్టమర్ కేర్ బృందానికి నేతృత్వం వహించిన షేన్ గారికి మరియు రోజేటా గారికి వారి యొక్క టీం సభ్యులకు, మరియు ప్రతి పట్టణంలో అంబులెన్స్ని అందుబాటులో ఉంచిన మా వ్యాపార పాలిభాగస్తులకు, అన్నింటికంటే ముఖ్యంగా మా యొక్క యాప్ వినియోగదారులకు మరియు ఈ యొక్క కార్యక్రమాన్ని లైవ్ స్ట్రీమ్లో వీక్షిస్తున్న మీ అందరకు మా యొక్క హృదయపూర్వక అభినందనలు. మిమ్మల్ని మా హృదయంలో ఎప్పుడూ కలిగి ఉంటాము. మా యొక్క వాగ్దానాన్ని నిలుపుకునే అవకాశం మాకు ఇవ్వడానికి మిమ్ములను ఈ యాప్ AMBIPALM డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోమని మరియు మా యొక్క సేవలను వినియోగించుకోవలసిందిగా మిమ్మల్ని ప్రోత్సహిస్తున్నాం. ప్రాణాలని కాపాడడానికి AMBIPALM సిద్ధంగా ఉంటుంది. మెరుగైన సమాజాన్ని రూపొందించడంలో ఇది మన యొక్క ప్రయాణ ప్రారంభమే. కలిసికట్టుగా మనం సాధించాల్సింది మరి ఎంతో ఉన్నది. ధన్యవాదములు.
Thank you, Sai. Now, I would like our project development lead, Mr. Rakesh Gude, to tell us how he and his team worked tirelessly to bring forth a world-class app that we fondly call AMBIPALM.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here for this launch of AMBIPALM. And it's really a great privilege for me to be here with the SDL SoftTech team and the AMBIPALM team to witness this launch. So before I begin explaining, can we switch the slide? Okay. So everyone has been talking about how easy it is to use AMBIPALM, how user-friendly it is. So we'll get a glimpse of how it is done. So let's say I'm a user. I've just opened the app. And as you can see, we will be able to book an ambulance for, let's say, my daughter, myself, or it could be a friend or a stranger as well. Now, I'm going to pick myself and I'll say ambulance. And you'll see this beautiful screen with all the available ambulances on the map. And you can also see the different types of ambulances that we support at the moment. So ALS, BLS, or patient transport system. In case of emergency, you can also pick 108, which would dial. So I'm going to show you how you can book an ambulance and how simple it is. So you click on where to, and you can start typing in the address that you're currently at. So we want to pick one from Sheraton Hyderabad Hotel. And that was my last KIMS hospital. So you'd see on the map that there's an ambulance nearby, and that's the route it's going to take. So I'll pick the BLS ambulance or an ALS ambulance, and I'll choose book an ambulance. Now on this screen, these are some of the default features which an ambulance provides. Apart from that, you can choose any additional services below, and it gives you a cost and the pricing there. And you can also see a breakup of how the price is put up there. We can complete the payment. So we'll choose cash for now. We also have integration with all the payment providers. And you can proceed to booking. Now what this would do is it's actually in the background pinging all the different ambulances available. And it is actually searching for an ambulance nearby for my service. Now, what you can see is one of the ambulance provider has accepted, and the ambulance is allotted to me, and that's the vehicle number there. So that's how simple the ambulance booking feature on AMBIPALM is, and that's how you get to book an ambulance. Now, I would like to quote Aristotle today. He said, "No great mind has ever existed without a touch of madness." And I say this today because when I first met Leonard and he was explaining the idea that he wants to help people in their time of medical emergencies through a mobile app, it was nothing short of a madness. And I think that's what great minds always do. You know, they always constantly think of ways of helping the society and humanity and making this world a better place to live in. Now, just like a diamond, that if you all have a diamond ring, it sits on, after going through a lot of polishes and cuts, the entire AMBIPALM team has been constantly innovating, and the entire AMBIPALM app went through a lot of iterations of critical thinking, innovative engineering, and at times breaking the normal, which everyone would believe is the normal. Now, as you saw, the user interface has been designed to present the right information to the user at the right time. And it has always been that decision in our minds when we were designing it. The app also has safety features built in so that the patients, the users, or even the drivers are in the safety when they are actually driving and using the app. As you saw in the promo video, you can not only book ambulances of different kinds, you can also choose to book blood. In case you are in need of blood or you're willing to donate blood, you can actually go through the blood feature, which is free of cost, and you can raise a request, and our healthy community of AMBIPALM users will actually come forward to donate blood. So you no longer have to share blood requests on WhatsApp and then worry about whether it is authentic request. So you could actually use our app, and we will share it with the community of AMBIPALM users. And I believe, the AMBIPALM team has developed and worked tirelessly to develop this world-class app. And it will be a great tool for your phones to have, and a must-have feature in all your phones. And I thank you all once again for coming this evening to attend this launch, and I'm really privileged to speak before you all. Thank you all and have a wonderful evening.
This proves there is no shortcut to success, and hard work always pays off. Thank you, Rakesh, and your team for your relentless dedication. Let's have a glimpse of what our end users or general public would see on the app.
Have you ever got delayed visiting a hospital or missed a doctor's appointment? The reason for missing an appointment of your loved one might be that the time taken to travel was too long or your inability to find a transport. With AMBIPALM ambulance service, you can book an ambulance immediately or schedule a ride to your hospital. Our advanced algorithms work with a wide network of partners to help you get an ambulance in the shortest span of time at a very reasonable cost. All you need is to select your desired location and hospital, and the ambulance nearest to you will be notified. You can book an ambulance for self, family member, a friend or a stranger too. AMBIPALM's live tracking helps ambulance drivers to easily locate you and arrive without wasting time. And it also lets the user know where the ambulance is at any given moment. When it comes to taking your loved one to the hospital on time, AMBIPALM is here to offer you a stress-free ride. With hundreds of ambulances in its fleet, finding an ambulance on AMBIPALM is just a tap away. Going with you all the way in your medical situations. Helping you be on time for your medical appointments is our priority. Download AMBIPALM on Google Play and Apple's App Store. AMBIPALM, racing to save lives.
That's pretty easy. AMBIPALM, racing to save lives, is indeed user-friendly. Ambulance at a click of a button. I would now request the AMBIPALM family and SDL family, along with the directors Leonard Jackson and Doris Pradhan and brother Avinash, to come and present the app. Now, we would like to call Brother Avinash, who is a spiritual mentor to our directors, to please come forward and bless the app and declare it live.
Good evening. Service to man is service to God is the most common slogan that we hear in day-to-day life, but it's a command of the Lord in the Holy Bible. I, as a man of God who knows the directors personally, who are more than a family, know them that they are not money-centered, but they are God-centered. The Divine Lord has led them for this noble cause of inaugurating and making this day possible for the inauguration of the AMBIPALM. So I take the privilege of launching this app in the name of the Lord Trinity. Before I declare it open, I invite our directors to come up on the stage so that we can just pray and inaugurate this app. I request all the crowd to bow down your heads with respect for the Lord Almighty so that we can pray and inaugurate this app. Gracious Father, I come to your precious name. Thank you, Lord, for the wonderful moment and the opportunity that you have given us today to inaugurate this AMBIPALM. In the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, and in the name of the Holy Spirit, we inaugurate and dedicate this app for the glory of the Lord. May the Almighty shower all His richest blessing upon this app. Lord, as your man of God, I do bless each and everyone who are part of this. May this app serve the noble cause and also follow the divine command given by the Lord to impact and influence the society for a better way. Lord, I offer this prayer in Jesus' name I pray thee. Amen. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, Brother Avinash. Let us have a look of how to schedule or reschedule an ambulance and how the blood features work.
Have you ever felt that your loved one cannot visit a hospital in your car due to their ailing conditions? Or do you need to move your ailing loved one to a different location or hospital? With AMBIPALM, you can choose an ambulance that fits your need. AMBIPALM provides patient transport, advanced life support and basic life support ambulance services. All you need to do is select your pickup point and destination and the type of ambulance required. And your ambulance is just round the corner to pick you up at a reasonable cost. AMBIPALM's well-trained staff and medical personnel will ensure that you get the best help needed in the most professional way. Using the rebook feature, you can rebook any of the past rides in a fraction of a second. thus helping you get an ambulance even faster. AMBIPALM also offers HERS services. With hundreds of ambulances in its fleet, finding an ambulance on AMBIPALM is just a tap away. Being on time every time is our priority. Download AMBIPALM on Google Play and Apple's App Store. AMBIPALM, racing to save lives.
Now, let's see the blood features.
When your loved one is in hospital and the doctor asks you to find blood for replacement, the whole world stops around you. Has your search for blood resulted in vain? Reaching out to a right donor is always a task, especially when it is a rare blood group. With AMBIPALM, you can request or donate blood and find a donor at the quickest time possible. You can request blood, plasma or platelets through AMBIPALM, and we connect you to the donor at zero cost. The home screen shows the donors available to donate blood and requesters in need of blood around your location. You can tap on the donors or requesters to see more information and request or donate. All you need to do is select the blood type, blood group, tap on Request Blood and upload the blood requisition letter from hospital or clinic, and your request for blood is registered. Within a fraction of a second, all enlisted donors with AMBIPALM are notified, and you can expect a fulfillment in a very short span of time. Your privacy is of utmost concern. Only on your consent, donors or requesters will be able to reach out to you. Responding to a request or requesting a donor for blood is a voluntary thing. AMBIPALM's support team also will actively look out in helping you getting the match. AMBIPALM doesn't have a database of blood donors, but a network of blood donors who volunteer to donate blood to save lives. All users of AMBIPALM are encouraged to enlist themselves as donors to help save lives. This is a free service only with a motto to save lives. The ease of use and large community of donors puts you at ease in finding a right donor. AMBIPALM believes in making a difference differently and gives hope for people who are in need in times of emergency. Download AMBIPALM on Google Play and Apple's App Store. AMBIPALM, racing to save lives.
So viewers, this gets us to the closing of our digital launch and the beginning of saving lives. Emergencies do not warn us before coming. So let us all be prepared by downloading the app AMBIPALM from Google Play Store and App Store. Remember, we will always be racing to save lives.
Well, I believe this brings us to the conclusion of our launch. I want to personally thank all our viewers online, whether it be Facebook or YouTube. Thank you so much for joining. Our work has just begun, right? And in conclusion, we will always be racing to save lives. Thank you once again, everybody. just a very mediocre guy coming from a very low middle class family guy. So doing business, or even the thought of business, is something that I could not even, at least in my family, none of us could even dream of, right? Because middle class family, we have to work, consistent money has to come in, right, to support the family. But when Doris and me took the decision of starting off SDL in the beginning, it was actually my late brother's plan, right, to start the business. Unfortunately, we lost him before we could start the business, through a motorbike accident. But then Doris and me decided that we are going to persist. It was his dream to form a company, and we'll still do it. And then we formed SDL, right? And but sometimes what happens is when you do something, and if you have a mind that wants to explore more, you keep want to do more, right? So that's when the birth of AMBIPALM came into existence. And I remember my first conversation with Karthik, right? Pallavi had set up a meeting. That was the first time I ever met him. And first impression is the last impression, right? So the day I met Karthik, that day only I told Pallavi, I need this guy. I need it. And what he had made a statement, Bernard, if I give a commitment, either I give a commitment to do it and I go all out, or I don't give the commitment. So I knew if he gave that commitment, I expected him to go all out, but he went way more than all out. Okay? See, he works with us as a consultant, he and Rakesh. They're not our full-time employees. I wish I can afford them. In the future, I try to steal them, right? But they work with us as consultants, but I think they've dedicated more hours than, honestly speaking, I was doing. So I publicly wanted to actually appreciate you guys. I mean, see, I'm getting goosebumps. When I look at that app, man, I've seen Shivan, I've seen, even I'm going to take the risk and say even Scan Plus. Right? I think we are way beyond that. I mean, even Cameron, okay, he's like so happy with the team. He's like, I didn't expect it to come out this way. But I think we have a wonderful app. But this is where our journey starts, right? Our app running smoothly, our call center team running smoothly, our support team, our business development team, Daraksha. Many of you know or don't know, Daraksha was my boss. Okay? I'm not a boss right now, but I'm just letting you know. And the reason why I wanted to pull her in